Hello, Grand Rising, and welcome back to another What the Fuck Wednesday with the gods and goddesses you love to hate and hate to motherfucking love. Duality, balance. We back for another What the Fuck Wednesday, WIN's day. This is the hump day where we realize we made it through the week. I mean, showing up is half the battle, and we here. So we gonna get it cracking with another What the Fuck Wednesday in this month of May, where we've been discussing mental health and the awarenesses. We've done the origins. We've talked about some critical talking points. We talked about some controversial talking points. And we're going to finish it out today for this month of May about mental health. Glad to have you. Tune in. DJ Crazy Man warm this bitch up for us. And we're going to go ahead and get it cracked. Share the space, share the room, share it all to your favorite platform, and visit thinkhighcrew.com for more information.
Just received an
It's the Think High Crew, yeah.
just received an
Yeah, it's the Think High Crew, what up? Yeah, it's the Think High Crew, you know.
just received an
It's the Think High Crew, what up? It's the Think High Crew, yeah.
We may have had our differences. We may have had our differences. The suppression, the use of marijuana. The suppression.
It's the Think High Crew, yeah.
Think high crew, yeah, 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 think high crew
Back again for a WTF Wednesday.
Back to back. A bag to bag. How's your mental health? Check. Let's check. How you doing? How's your mental health, Nove?
Well, people are creating crypto coins or tokens and taking pictures of their ass and then telling people that they'll get more pictures of ass if they buy the token.
Oh shit,
That's
son.
that's done by Iggy Azalea.
She getting
There
she
was a
throwing
token.
ass shots.
I don't even know, bro. It's like on Twitter. It's like
Uh,
I don't even
yeah,
think
she's
it's a real ass shot. I think it's just like it's something you could see on a music video or some shit. Like that
she
shit is
giving you free.
wild, bro.
She giving you. You got to pay for the free shit now.
But no, I
Damn.
saw her and Caitlyn Jenner arguing back and forth,
Right. I
which
seen that one
Bruce
yesterday
Jenner,
too. They
aka
still doing
Caitlyn
that,
Jenner,
Tay? They still on it today?
nah. But then supposedly Iggy Azalea launched a token while Caitlyn Jenner did, and then basically rugged the fuck out of it. And now she comes back saying that wasn't her, but she does have a real token today. I'm like, man, man,
Ah,
come on, man. Basically, what it is she's selling these tokens to her OnlyFans people, probably.
yeah.
And
And
it's
what's
just a bunch of
crazy?
simps.
I
It's
seen
like
that
it's a
posted.
bunch of dudes
Who
giving
was
away
that rapper?
money. Fucking designer.
Yeah, I seen him
Panda,
post that.
panda,
Yeah.
panda. He don't even say Solana, Solana, bro. He's Solona. So like, bro, come on. If you gonna jump in
Mhm.
this thing, you got to pronounce it right, bro. Like, come
Man,
on,
this is
man.
about to get crazy, bro. Benji, what the fuck did you man? This nigga said everybody own token. Everybody gonna have their own token, man. God damn. But it's go. Listen, remember I was talking about, like a lot of people they just listen to the music, but they don't really like try to get to know the person that's behind the music. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Perfect
like
way
that.
right here.
Yep, that's gonna change a lot because y'all
Oh
they
yeah.
think that jumping into crypto like these motherfucking the nerd cartel will
Oh,
chew
you
their
you
ass
think
up and spit on.
they ain't finna give you no pass? I promise you that. Like as soon as
Oh
one, bro,
shit.
I'm telling you, this is a make or break situation for people because Iggy Azalea might wish that she would have just stayed off in
Oh,
the background. And
right.
then
I
I
agree.
know how everybody just fronting, right? So it's like
Yeah.
she
Fake it till
said,
you make
"Oh,
it is the
well,
industry, you know.
I don't need to do this. I'm already rich." I'm like,
Oh my
well, then why are you
God.
doing it then? Because you finna screw your whole life up like this.
You yeah, you is because
Watch,
the nerve
watch.
cartel will bust your ass down, bro.
Oh
Like
yeah,
you
like
can't,
somebody, one of them little nerds is gonna ask for a picture or some shit, and she don't do it. It's over with. It's over
yep,
with.
bro.
They're gonna hold
Listen,
her hostage.
you're not going to be able to just come into this space, right? And think you're gonna be able to, all right. So for example, XRP and shit. We've been there. We've been to war with these niggas, and we still sold out our 500 piece collection, even when the motherfucker we collabed with fucking rugged the project on the fucking people. You know what I'm saying? So at the same fucking time, everybody still was getting paid and making money with us. And they saw that shit. And the reason why that shit happened was because I think all them niggas was in league together. I think Loss, if you want me to just, on a personal note, I think Loss was a part of that shit. I think him, and Luck, and all them niggas, I think all them niggas was, bro, the way these niggas move, I wouldn't it wouldn't be
Well, it's
surprised, bro.
like
They
if
will
you,
put a mole in your as one of your people just to see what's going on and doing like they'll have that motherfucker doing all types of shit. You think this motherfucker's just down for the ride, for the cause,
hmm
and for doing shit. And the next thing you know, they like just like happened with Caitlyn Jenner and the motherfuckers they rugged the whole project underneath people
and think about it, like so, Caitlyn Jenner
just to make you
lives
look
in the
bad, but
United
you don't
States.
even yeah
She lives. Caitlyn Jenner lives in the United States, but the
right
person doing the whole thing doesn't. So they don't
right
have to abide by these rules over here. And
right
so just like the dude Lost that lived in Colombia and in Venezuela, who knows if that was even real or not, but
right.
he knows he ain't got to abide by. That
Right.
dude
Well, I'm
Luck,
just saying,
he lives.
just to think that these cats wasn't in league together is retarded because they was fucking with each other way before we met. We met them.
Mhm,
You know what I'm saying? Before we met Lost and before we met that whole XRP community. That's so. But my whole point was, do you think that Iggy Azalea is gonna come in there into like
exactly.
that kind
Yeah.
of XRP community and then say what the fuck she want to say and think that these niggas wouldn't plot to have her whole shit fucking collapse on her? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, cause they did that to little niggas like us just because we had great ideas and good content.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? And they are like, oh no, fuck that. You know what I mean? But because we said we don't know, hell no. If you got a penis or if you got a vagina and you trying to make me pretend that you don't, and you want me to call you Sherry, you know what I mean, when you're Ronald, then you know what I'm saying, just because we said, nah, that's not the type of shit we like to do, these niggas try to cancel us. You know what I mean? They try to
Yeah.
cancel everything about us. You know what I mean? Everything changed since that one day that we just expressed our
Said
own
they didn't want
fucking
a right wing ideology. Like, what the
yeah,
fuck y'all
you
talking
know what I mean?
about?
Like, and
This
just
insanity.
one statement, like, hey, and then now, that whole XRP community flipped on us, and then the dude we were collabing with, quote unquote, rugs the community. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's really just
Yep.
to me, it was all the XRP community motherfuckers that's got that shit on lock. They all
Well,
working
even that
together.
guy Tony Bullrun that owns that
Yeah,
company or whatever, and he works at the other company. He hit us up talking about he want to do all this stuff. Like it seems like he was just fishing for ideas because he never got back with us. It's so weird how this shit works, bro.
it
It's
is, bro.
just
Like it's the wild, wild west. So don't think that these motherfuckers about to jump in here just because you're a superstar and think, oh, I'm a superstar. They're not gonna treat me like this. Yeah,
no.
right.
They look at that like, okay, this person is definitely gonna bring in some money. We're finna
Yeah,
get them.
get they ass. Oh
Yeah,
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 for sure.
I'll be your developer, of course, of
Yeah,
course. Meanwhile,
yeah,
that person's got 100 people with 100 different
yeah,
accounts, and they
yeah.
make it seem like everything's fine, and all of a sudden, wham,
Well, yeah,
it's over
because it's
with.
not that big of a community, you know what I mean? And
Nope.
it's not as big as you think it is, you know what I mean? But yeah, that shit will fuck with your mental shit. And I seen you make a post to let people know, ain't the bull when a bull run comes, it's not gonna save you. Even if a bull run comes, it's not gonna save you. You gotta save yourself. And these people, they treat this whole crypto shit just like that, and that does fuck with people's mental
Yep.
health.
Well, I
You
see
know what I'm
people
saying?
posting stuff like, I hope everybody's ready for generational wealth, and this is when this token hits this price, it's like, man, all that's just talk, bro. Like you
Yeah,
don't
it is.
know
Well,
if any of
bro,
that's gonna happen.
I could say
You know
this.
what I
I could say,
mean?
oh, the cannabis is about to have another green rush. The government's doing this and all of this. Da 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 da. But
Right.
if I never grown a fucking goddamn plant, then how am I gonna get a crumb from any of this shit? You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Like it can fucking happen all you want, but if you're not doing what you need to do, you're not gonna see any of it. Crypto can boom right now, my nigga. And if you're just holding XRP, you might not see a dime of it.
Now you could be holding every crypto that's gonna boom, and if you don't know what you finna do, then what it just you're gonna sit
Yeah,
there and wait
exactly.
for
It's
it to
just
go where.
yeah,
If you
exactly.
don't
It's
if
just
you don't
gonna
have a price that you're gonna cash out at, you're just gonna sit there and hold it till when? Till people on Twitter tell you to sell? Like that's
right.
just
Is this all part of that fucking game? You know what I mean? You could sell the shovels, nigga, or you could fucking be the miner, nigga. It's up,
yeah.
whatever the fuck you gonna choose to do. But with that
Yeah.
being
I
said,
almost think that some of those people that run those projects, bro, that they come
uh-huh.
out with, I think that a lot of them, every time they tweet something
Hmm.
that makes you want to buy more or hold longer, I think they're
Right.
taking money out right then.
Oh yeah, bro.
I think every time they
We
tweet
need to
something
get
like that, they
Benji on.
boost it
We need to
up.
get Benji on, and because I know what y'all two, y'all know the game. You know what I mean? Like we could speculate, but we already know that that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
It's the duality. You know what I mean? When it's funny how they'll
Well, think
say,
about it.
"Oh,
When you make a tweet and you pump it, right? And you get people to
right,
buy more, that's the perfect time for you to sell.
yeah." Well,
Because
and
as they're
people think
buying and you sell, nobody really sees the price
and
fluctuate
and
that
they
much.
don't think that market manipulation isn't happening when Elon Musk says this or when somebody else says this or when somebody else like, oh well, we're not intentionally
Exactly.
trying to manipulate the market, that's just because people are stupid. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And just like, oh, okay, well, fuck, blame it on people being stupid. But nah, y'all, we know what the fuck y'all was doing. We see what Nancy Pelosi doing. We see that shit. It's right there in
Hmm.
broad fucking day. They have to tell you what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and nobody wants to fucking just be like, all right, well, but there's a couple apps that you could actually it'll follow all the trades Nancy Pelosi makes for you.
Yep.
So if you want some shit like that, but it's a rigged game, and we already know that's how the system works. But
Exactly.
yeah, but that's why you got it. That they got such a clutch. I made a post today that said a lot of people think they got shit. They be talking like they got shit figured out. You know what I mean? When all reality, like they don't know themselves enough to even make the statements that they be making half the time. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Uh, and I'm trying to tell people the real rich people are actually poor, and the real poor people are actually rich. And they, what are you talking about? I'm like, because most of the rich people ain't really rich. You know what I'm saying? They spending most of their money on their health
Yep.
after they spent their first half of their life getting all the money they needed. Now they're just
Exactly.
doing they're you know what I mean, they spending they're not living like you where or anything like that. It's a different type of rich. You know what I'm saying? It's a different kind of wealthy. You know what I mean? Like with this duality being how it is, it's just you can't let that having that mental health or wealth is definitely made more beneficial than having some fake dollars in your pocket that they could just say ain't worth shit tomorrow.
Yep.
So that's just how it is. But we back here for this fucking what the fuck Wednesday. It's May the 29th. I'll give y'all a quick numerology. We only got about an hour for y'all today because we got shit that we need to do to make sure that our mental health stays balanced, and also we got to get to that bag as well. So with it being May the 29th, we were to bust that down. 2 plus 9 is 11. And then 1 plus 1 is 2. So today will be a 2. Enealogy of 2 says that 2 is ruled by the moon, which signifies emotions, intuition, and sensitivity. People influenced by this number are often empathetic, nurturing, and have a strong sense of intuition. They're also known for their adaptability and diplomatic nature, and the moon's influence brings a sense of calm, tranquility. We are water beings. The moon's influence also can be a lead to mood swings and emotional vulnerability. We already know that as well. Astrologically, we're talking about the moon. That's the governor sign of Cancer, which is known to be nurturing nurturing and protective qualities, which will match up with the numerology. The moon's energy today enhances the emotional intelligence and the ability to connect deeply with others. It's a good day for introspection, nurturing relationships, and engaging creative activities. The moon's influence also makes it a favorable time for activities related to home and family. Remember what the fuck I was telling y'all yesterday? I'm telling you, bro. And shout out to Secret Energy and Seven Bomar and the team. And shout out to Sybil for this dope ass enealogy and numerology for today. Excuse me. The tarot is the number two. For pulling a two, it's associated with the High Priestess card. High Priestess represents, again, intuition, also mystery, and the subconscious mind. Damn, we should have saved that subconscious shit for today, huh? And I didn't know
Right.
that. I should have looked it up. Today's energy also of the High Priestess encourage you to trust your intuition and to seek answers within. It's also a day for reflection, meditation, and connecting with the inner self. Metaphysically, number two is associated with the duality of balance. We always speak about that duality. It represents the yin and the yang, the balance between light and dark, and the harmony of opposites. And the energy of two encourages cooperation, partnership, and the blending of two different energies to create harmony. And it's a day to seek balance. Historically, on May the 29th, several significant events happened. May 29th, 1953, Sir Edmund Hillary and a Tenzing Norgay became the first climbers to confirm to reach the summit of Mount Everest. This historic achievement symbolizes the triumph of human spirit and determination. And that also resonates with the two energy. And I guess you would say, in summary, with the genealogy of the number two, the day should be imbued with energies of intuition, balance, and emotional depth. It's a time for introspecting, nurturing relationships, also seeking harmony in all aspects of life. With the moon's influence combined with the wisdom of the high priestess, make sure it's a powerful day for connecting. And I tell you, that's the same. That's what every day is going to have in it. I guarantee you, because I be trying to tell everybody, I am you, you are me, we are each other's humans. We belong to each other. Shout out to Seven Bomar and them guys, because when he said that, it resonates. And then when you actually do the research, the numbers don't lie, the vibrations don't lie. And we back for another What the Fuck Wednesday. So we ain't gonna lie. Wherever you want to start, we could pick up from yesterday, Nove. I'll follow along. But that was the numerology.
Well, I was just gonna say this, bro.
Yes, sir.
So you remember not too long ago, this is mental health awareness. So I'm just gonna talk about it for a second. So a couple months ago, I had a big ordeal with my Coinbase account, and I had to like do all these bank statements and fucking
Mm-hmm.
taxes and all this shit to show proof of how I get money and where it comes from and how I'm able to buy crypto from a bank account and where the
Right.
money comes from. So I did
Okay.
all that shit. The other day, these motherfuckers emailed me and asked me to do that shit again. So I called
Wow.
the customer service and they were like, nah, just disregard the email. It was just sent out on accident. I said, I don't know, man. I said, you know, the only reason I'm calling you is because I already did this a couple months ago. I said, but if I need to do it, let me know because, I got a lot of money going on with this shit and I need to make sure everything's straight.
Right.
They're like, no, we'll even give you a case number, to
Right.
prove that we told you not to do it. I'm like, all right, cool. I wake up this morning, this was Thursday when they sent this. I woke
They
up this morning
scamming.
and the motherfucking Coinbase sends me another email and says, you now have 10 days to reply or
Oh
your
my
account
God.
may be blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So I
Right. Right.
called back and they're like, yeah, you need to do this stuff. I said, well, why did the person on Thursday tell me I didn't need to? Well, we
Right.
don't know. I'm sorry. I said, no. Hold up just a second.
Nah.
I
Yeah.
said, you
Right.
see how much fucking money's in that account you're talking about right now? I said, if that was your fucking money, would you yeah?
Right.
You know what I mean? I said, no, this is
Yeah.
some bullshit. I said, you know what? I said, I'm finna just sell all my shit. I don't give a fuck.
Yep.
I said, because every day I gotta wake up checking the goddamn email to see if I get an email from Coinbase saying I need to do some extra shit.
That you
And
shouldn't
I was
have
like,
to
I think
do.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
sell all my shit and I'll just sit on the sidelines and then I'll just come back in later when y'all got all this shit worked out.
Right.
because this shit, and this is going with what you were talking about on
Yep.
the wealth part, right? So it's like you might have a bunch of money, you might have a bunch of this, bunch of that, but is it like chipping away at your fucking psyche?
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, is
Yeah.
it because like even if your money's in a bank, bro, they only insure up
Yeah.
to $250,000.
Oh, bro.
So that means think about it. Rich people are extremely stressed out every day of their life to make sure
Yeah.
that their money is insured. That's why you have to have so many different bank accounts. You have to have
Mm-hmm.
stocks, you have to have property, you have to have insurance on all that shit too.
Yep.
It's so fucking consuming that
Yeah.
there's nobody that's just sitting around just like living amazing unless you're one of those people that's born into some shit and
Yep.
somebody is hired to take care of all of that shit. But even then, you're at the
Right.
mercy at that motherfucker that runs your estate.
Yeah. Well, to me,
See what I'm saying? Like you're
yeah.
never free from this motherfucker,
Hey, but
bro.
at the same motherfucking time,
Unless you
bro.
just say fuck it all and leave.
Right. But no, you're right though. But at the same time, like you have to. It's crazy because even if you do have all of that, right, and say you live in so blissfully, right, if you know how much you're fucking those are the real psychopaths of the fucking world. These motherfuckers who ain't got nothing, but they've already conquered the monopoly game. They've got all the money in the world. They got all the time in the world to do whatever the fuck they want. And these niggas become evil fucking villains. They become
Exactly.
Lex fucking Luthor every
Yep.
fucking time. Because what else are they gonna do? Once they bought all the cars they want, once they fucked all the bitches they want to fuck, once they bought everything they fucking could possibly done, if they fucking done it all, you only think of
Yep.
they fucking done. Nigga, what does that sound like? A fucking villain story, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and
And
that's
see,
a backstory of a
it's like
villain, man.
that's a different type of wealthy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
bro.
Like that's just
Yeah.
a different type of like it's money that you can't even fucking fathom. It's almost like it's not even real
Bro, I
because
seen one of my homies make a post today, right? And he was like, "Man, all of this money circulating out here, why niggas is broke?" And I wanted to be like, I don't want to bust his bubble. I know he's kind of trying to kick everybody in the ass and give him some motivation and get up and bust
yeah, but
moves for
that
this
ain't
Wednesday.
because
But
it's
but
that
that ain't the
because that's
truth though,
what
because we
all
really just
right.
fighting over 1%, bro. Like I don't think niggas is like quite getting the fact that the we are the whole population of the world is fighting for like 1.7% of all of the
Of
money.
money
The
because it's
all of
all
the
locked up in these 1.7% of motherfuckers. So really what it is we
yeah,
don't need to be fighting each other over it. We just need to
exactly.
actually put the right energy into going at the motherfuckers that's got the
Well, that's what
1.7%.
that's what you
But
were
then
saying
you
though.
get
See,
these movements talking about tax the rich, eat the rich. That's
well,
funded by them, bro.
they controlling your what we were talking about yesterday. They controlling your mental health through your subconscious by making you believe. Because like I said, my dude made that post like, man, that's all of this money out here, and y'all talking about all this money in circulation. Y'all talking about y'all broke. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean all of this money in circulation? You know what I mean? Like, to be honest, like the money that we all see
Right.
is only 1%. You're not you even like, but even though that counts for a lot of fucking
No, the
money,
majority of money is not circulating.
right?
But when it goes from a bank or institution to another, that's not circulating.
Circulate.
That shit somewhere where you don't even know where the fuck it is.
Yeah,
There's so much money just sitting
and and
and
like
not
how
even
you were
as
saying,
money as just numbers.
right? And as you were saying, like with people's mental health, like that shit is like the financial game. That's crazy. Like I think that's a dope topic as well that we can finish on because
Because think about this, bro. Like,
how your finances and how the financial game and how the finances of the entire economy of our United States and the world is affecting your mental
right.
health.
Because, like, okay, like, I could just be honest right now and say
Uh
that
huh.
my main job in my household is to make sure
Thank you for the
that
share.
our money is in the right place
Right.
and it's safe.
At the right time too.
And
You
then
know?
keeping, taking care of the
Yeah.
house, like all the shit, like helping my wife with whatever she needs at her salons and all this shit.
Yeah.
So it's like But that money part of it, bro, like perfect example. When she left today at around 10, she said, "Thank you for taking care of our blah blah blah." You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, shit, thank you too, and but it's
Right.
like it's a real job, bro. Like, so
Yeah.
I could either like turn all my shit over to somebody at like Edward Jones or JP
Yeah.
Morgan, some shit
Have
like
them
that, right?
manage it and shit. Yeah.
Right. And then I could just kind of just throw my hands up and do other stuff. But it's like,
Right.
but I still got to pay them people to do that.
To do that, yo.
And then I
Yep.
still got to ask them for my money.
Well, that
Like
did
if I
that,
want
and that
to
doesn't
spend
build any
$10,000,
financial.
I gotta call these motherfuckers and ask them, hey,
Yeah.
can I spend $10,000? And
While
they
you
could
are
be like,
hiding,
not right
you
now
can,
because
yeah,
I
but
got you in this and this and this. So right now
right.
you got about 500 you can play with. You know what I'm saying? And that's how
Yeah.
they do it. And then if you take it out early, it's a penalty. So it's like, man, come on with this shit, bro.
But
Like it's
that
gotta be a
also don't teach you that doesn't teach you
you
the
don't know
financial
financial
literacy.
literacy or
Yeah, for you to
anything.
be able to, at least understand what they're doing. You know what I mean? Because
Exactly.
like you still got to know a little bit, and then that's another thing. You know what I mean? That causes strain because it's like who has the time to learn a whole nother language? Y'all think that legalese? There's
Right.
three different languages. Okay, there's legalese. Okay, there's financial literacy, and then there's English. Okay, and they're all three different fucking languages, guys. So that's the reason why the English language was created, to be able to do that,
Yep.
and it's all associated
And
with being able to
you
control
know what too?
your mental well being in order to be able to have because if we was all like really like free, like we really
In
felt
that
free,
industry, bro, if
yeah,
you pull it up right now, if you
uh-huh.
were to ask some type of AI or Google,
Let's see, I'll
what
ask it.
percentage of people in the financial industry are addicted to drugs
What
or addicted to
percentage
alcohol or depressed
of
or
so you
struggling
mean
with
to say what
anxiety?
percentage of what?
It's do mental health. Like what
Okay.
percentage of people in the financial industry
Okay.
have a solid mental health? And I guarantee you that bitch is going to be low. And if it's not, it's a lie. Because if you look at it, people that trade on Wall Street, bro, every night, whether it be where even okay, so you don't have to live in New York. You could be a trader anywhere. But just like in the song
What
Tenfold,
up,
you're up at
G
night taking
G
shots of shit. You're
GRG
you're you're
Radio?
you're snorting shit. You're taking shit that's going to kind of level you out because it's a stressful situation.
All right, you ready?
Anybody in the financial industry is in any job like that is going through stress 24/7.
So Meta AI was at my hand just now, and so I asked it, and it says studies suggest that the financial industry has a higher prevalence of mental health issues compared to other industries, and here's
Boom.
some statistics to back it. 2020 survey by the Financial Planning Association found that 64% of financial advisors reported experiencing stress and anxiety, 45% reported feeling overwhelmed, 26% reported feeling experiencing depression. And in 2019, a study published in the Journal of Financial Planning found out 70% of financial professionals reported experiencing stress and anxiety, and 40% feeling burned out. And in
Boom.
2018, a survey by the Securities Industry and Financial Markets Association, SIFMA, found that 60% of financial industry employees reported experiencing stress and anxiety, and 30% overwhelmed. And in 2017, in the Journal of Occupational and Environmental Medicine, found out that financial industry employees were 1.5 times more likely to experience depression and anxiety compared to other industries.
And so these people that manage people's money, right? Whether it be trading, whether it be interest bearing, whether it be uh, helping you set up mutual funds in different industries, whatever it may be, bro.
Right,
These people make good money, is what I'm saying. Like they have a
right,
decent fucking salary and they get
right,
bonuses and all this shit. And
right,
so it's not like these people are stressed out because they're broke.
right.
These people are stressed out because
Trying to stay
money in
rich.
general is just fucking stressful.
It is. It's
It just
supposed to
so
be.
and so think about this also. That's not even their fucking money they're managing.
No,
So
no,
throw that
no.
into one person managing their own fucking money, having to deal with all the bullshit.
And then got to
It's
manage the
stressful,
plugs
bro.
money too. And then got to
Exactly.
manage the like. Think about it. Let's just put it in a hustler sense. Shit, you got to manage your shit and the plug shit, nigga. You know what I mean? Like then you like fuck. You know what I mean? Like you got to make sure that you eating, and you got to make sure that the plug stay healthy. You know what I mean? Or you know what I'm saying? The relationship is gonna fall apart.
Yep.
So yeah, the financial, it really, and guess what? That's what's crazy. I said relationship will fall apart. That's really all it is. That's really all it's about is having a balanced relationship with the financial industry and
Right.
your actual reality, because we can't sit here and say that money is the end all be all to shit. But if you ask any rapper or any person, or most people would, say money is what they need the most of, like, oh, money can't buy happiness type shit. But if you gave people $1 million, I'm sure they'd be happy as fuck, right?
Right.
At the same
But if it,
time, you know what I mean?
it's like the money, that's cool, but like you still got to use the money to buy what's going to make you
Yeah,
con-
yeah, complete.
supposedly feel that way that you think.
Right, right. But then, like I said, once you get all the cars that you've ever wanted, once you fucking, like I said, bagged all the baddest bitches that you wanted, once you've accomplished all of those immediate goals, because then what do you do?
Right.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
then
Like
you've
that.
got to figure out how to stay looking like you're the richest on the block. So you got to buy that same car, but the next year when the new one comes out, oh, and then so you got to deal with that type of shit. You got to.
Uh-huh. Keeping
It's
up with the
just
Joneses
yeah,
should
man.
be a
It's just a
mental
lot,
disorder.
bro.
You know what I
It's a
mean? Like
lot.
keeping up with the Joneses should be a mental disorder.
It is. It
That we,
hundred
we don't
percent
we don't
is though.
talk about that. Well, you would never hear some shit like that. You would never hear that the financial industry or worrying about finances is causing fucking depression. You know what I mean? They would never say. They would just, oh, get another job, or oh, do this or do that. Work harder, pull yourself up by your bootstraps type bullshit. You mean
Hmm.
I keep sick and tired of fucking hearing that type of shit when you just look up what the fuck's happening financially. It's not like that fucking easy to fucking do. There's so much shit that you have to go back to school. Like you literally have to go back to college level financial literacy school to be able to fucking understand just even how to make sure that you don't end up in debt, because
Yep.
the game is set up to do that. And then once you're in debt, guess what happens to your mental health? Oh, that will start declining, and then what will happen more? And then you know what I mean? It's just a fucking little
Yep.
hole,
And all it
little.
is, it's like this. It's like so if you're in debt, that means that you're like you feel bogged down by all the stuff that you owe, but
Mhm.
also it means that you can't really go out and get nothing new either.
Right,
If
right,
you're dependent on credit, etc. So
right.
then it's like really where's the depression coming from? It's actually coming from you knowing deep down inside that you can't get that new thing,
Oh yeah, you can't
or
you
you
can't
can't get
afford.
that house over there, that condo,
Yeah,
or that whatever it is.
yeah. Like and
And
I
then
mean,
reality sets in, and you're like,
right.
damn, I used to just be able to get this on credit and to just pay for it.
Hmm.
But now I can't do that shit. So now I got to come up with all of the money to just buy it outright.
And not
But
saying
then
like
when you're that person and you just come up with all the money and buy it outright, then there's some point where it would be cool if you had good credit, but
yep,
you don't because you ain't never used the
balance.
credit system.
Yeah,
And
it
it's really hard to be balanced in both. You know what I
it
mean? It's like
is, it is.
because
And
once you get
they
that
make it
credit,
like
if you
that.
ain't extremely disciplined, bro, when you get a credit line, if you're not extremely disciplined, you're gonna fuck yourself.
Oh yeah, every time,
If
bro.
you're
That's
disciplined,
why,
then you can do it.
bro. That's why we talked about this. That's why like many kingdoms and kingdoms like years and years ago they would kick out Jewish bankers out of their kingdoms. They would literally just get like, no, all y'all have to go. Like why did Jewish bankers get kicked out of 101 kingdoms? Like that shit is crazy. You know what I mean? To know that, go ahead, mark my words on that too, motherfuckers. Go fucking Google it. You know what I mean? Go fucking whatever you got to do to make sure you get the correct information. But yeah, like that's why that shit happened, because that shit is it's not gonna. I guess you want. It's just doesn't work. You know what I mean? That whole type of system, it doesn't work. Now there's money systems that are able to work, But like when 60%, let's just take the lowest number that we found out through all of these through all of these things the AI gave us.
Well,
sixty
see,
percent of
right, and
motherfuckers.
money and currency is completely different.
Yeah.
Like money is good anywhere for anything and doesn't lose its value like that. Fiat currency is just some bullshit IOU notes.
Yep.
And the whole world has been brainwashed into thinking that that's just the
They're the
norm.
same
But in
thing.
all
Yeah.
reality,
Yeah.
if you go back in history, like we could go back just in the United States back to like when we could name off the top of our heads, we can name several different types of currency that just never really took a hold,
Yeah.
but the dollar did. Now, where'd the dollar come from? The Federal Reserve. Who runs the
Yep.
Federal Reserve? Them same people that you just said got kicked out of them kingdoms.
Yeah. That's very, very true, bro. Like if you
Like,
next to that.
why didn't the Lincoln Greenback work?
Yeah. Well, because he was giving it to people interest free, and that would have fucked up the Federal
Interest
Reserve.
free. Yep.
And if it fucked up the Federal Reserve, then the same people who were doing what we just said, wouldn't be in power, and then we would really actually be a democratic. What is it called? A democratic republic. We wouldn't
Republic.
be.
Yep.
Yeah, we would be a democratic. We really would be more of a democratic republic, not relying on the Federal Reserve, which means that the people would have more sovereignty and power over the government. It would be smaller. They would have less control. You know what I mean? But obviously we there's parts of the game that you have to participate in or you don't survive at the level that you feel is comfortable. You know what I mean?
Right.
And your financial situation, can completely be connected to your mental health. A lot of
Right.
times
And
people.
also, it's the like, okay, so I like to watch different types of things on TV. I don't really like to watch TV, but I
Right,
watch like house, like people going to buy houses and looking for
yeah,
properties and shit, them type of shows, right?
right, right.
So, like this is a normal person watching this shit. You're like, all these motherfuckers got a $500,000 budget,
Right,
like everybody on this bitch, and like you see
right,
this one person buy a $5 million house and all this shit, and you look
right.
and you're like, well, what the fuck? Like, damn, motherfuckers just got money like this? No, bro, it's a fucking TV
TV
show.
show, yep.
It ain't no goddamn real life situation. Ain't no motherfucker 22-year-old married and shit got a $700,000 budget for a house. Like, where the fuck you like? What's going on here, people? Unless they already rich and you're not them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, but for the most part though, it's like, everybody, you see a car commercial or an ad now, I guess as we call them, or you
Mhm.
see an ad for whatever the fuck it is, bro, and it's like it makes you think. Social media does this too. People taking these pictures everywhere and shit. It makes you think like, damn, bro, like they got all this time and energy and money just to travel everywhere and do all this cool fucking shit all
You
the
see, you
time.
hear, you hear it
Like,
on them
what the fuck?
podcasts and shit too. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
see,
like
you
fronting
see.
ass motherfuckers,
Oh,
fake
I,
ass motherfuckers, bro.
I'm the shit. I go and do whatever the fuck I want, and and
Yeah,
this is what you got to do. And well, y'all just lazy, and you know what I mean. Like
yeah,
you hear
bitch.
so much fucking shit for these motherfuckers, that you just like, like a lot of them financial podcasts is like, well, it's because I wake up at 5 in the morning, and then I do this and do that, and y'all
Yeah,
just,
it's like, man, you just sitting there
wow.
talking that
What up,
bullshit. You
Andrew? What
really
up, Frank?
fat, overweight, and ain't never worked out in a day in your life, but you make money by telling people what's wrong with them.
Yeah, and that's
And
a
what's
that's a,
wrong with people's mental health, since we're talking about mental health, how weak is our mental health when we are suckers for people like that?
absolutely, man. We love to fantasize. You know what I mean? That's another thing. You know what I mean? That I feel is something that's part of our mental health. Like that's why we love the rap music and shit like that. We love to fantasize of this, American dream that
Bro,
they
we like to
supposedly
keep up
give
with
us.
people like the Kardashians, and they've had a
Bro,
TV show for how fucking long?
your financial, I guess you would say, position in life, right? It can and cannot affect your mental health in both ways. So like if I am broke as shit, because I've been broke as shit, but I'm not broke as shit, but I've been broke as shit. I remember when I was broke as shit, right? We never forget those times that we were broke as shit, right? Because it put character on us.
Exactly.
It's probably why we're not broke as shit anymore. But but at the same time, even when I was broke as shit, I wasn't depressed or
I was
mad or
still, that's
upset.
what I look back on and I'm like, you know what, man? Like back in the day, bro, like when I was just starting out, like trying to figure out what I was trying to do, like I was like, man, like, I just had like a lot of like motivation and drive. I still do, but I'm just saying, like, I had like so much motivation and drive, like that's what fueled me. It wasn't fucking depression that fueled
Right,
me. It was fucking wanting to get it.
right.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
And living in the moment and just being like, like shit, like I'm going out, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing
Bro,
this.
I'm the
Um,
type of motherfucker that would make enough money to where I just don't need to make money no more. And people will be like, "Well, what the fuck does that mean?" I'm like, "Bro, with a good $350,000, and you just put that money in circulation and you let it make you money, you don't have to do anything for money no more." You know, people go, "Oh, fucking how you do that?" But a lot of people don't be looking at shit like that. You know what I mean? They don't look at it like, "Oh, I'm
right.
just gonna make enough money to not have to make money anymore." You know what I
Or it's
mean?
like this. It's like so because I say this to people
They
a lot.
always
I'm
want
like,
more.
right, what exactly? I'm like, look, I'm like, okay, so like you could do two things in life, man. You can get to a point to where you have a goal and you can say, all
Right,
right, I met my goal. Now I don't have to work
right.
anymore, but I have to live in my means.
Facts.
That doesn't
Yeah,
mean if you got $1.5 million in the bank and you're living off the interest and you got paid off this and paid off that, everything's paid off. That doesn't mean that you can go spend
right,
$100,000, bitch.
right.
You only got one. I'm not saying 1.5
Yeah,
million ain't
especially if
shit
you
because I hear
ain't
people
bringing
talking
any
about
more income in. You know what I mean?
right.
Like,
If you're planning on that make that being it, then you got to live a certain way. And a
yeah.
lot of people just ain't prepared to
Nah,
do
they
that. You
not.
know what I mean?
See,
Like
but I
I'm
be
that
trying to
dude
tell
that I'm
people
like,
like
look, man,
create.
I'll walk around and barely buy clothes,
Right,
right?
right.
I'll barely do shit.
Hell
And
yeah.
that's fine with me because I'm
Hell
still doing what I want to do. And I
Bro,
don't
I,
need to be
I
out
I'm
there
an
like
old.
that.
Maybe I'm an old motherfucker. Maybe I'm literally like the incarnate of them old motherfuckers who just like who's more
Right.
about building a legacy. Like I'm trying to build a legacy that my kids and shit can stand on. That my niggas around me like you and everybody else can stand on and be like, yeah. Yeah, he made all of this money or some shit, but like I be telling motherfuckers, it don't matter how much money you make if you ain't shit. If you just an ain't shit ass motherfucking person,
Right.
it don't matter how much motherfucking money you get, because when you
No.
die, niggas ain't,
Because
you know what
all
I'm
you're
saying?
gonna be doing, if you an ain't shit ass motherfucker, bro, you're gonna be in the casino. You're gonna be in
Yeah.
the motherfucking.
But
You're gonna
guess
be in
when
the
when you
mall all the
when you
time. You're
pass
gonna
away,
be
what legacy you leave behind? You don't leave shit behind. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to be like, all right, well, shit. If I get me a good 300K, I'm gonna make it circle money. I'm gonna make sure we get a farm and we just grow some cannabis and food, and it'll create more money itself. So it's like that $350,000 won't ever fucking deplete. It'll just be $350,000 forever, an infinite $350,000 just off the
yeah,
land and off of yourself. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the type of shit where I mean by making money to where you don't need to worry about making money no more. Because now, that every time you use $50,000, another $50,000 rolls right back in from your produce that you've grown or your fucking cannabis that you grew. You know what I mean? So it's like once you get to that point, you know what I mean? Like there's no need you're at abundance. That's an
right.
abundance level.
Or
What more can
like
you fucking
somebody
actually
could
need?
somebody could they could take X amount of dollars and earn interest off of it in
Yeah,
certain things and
yeah.
be able to live off
Same
that.
thing.
But
Yeah.
but people like they're like, oh yeah, but I gotta live like I'm rich. Just like man,
Yeah.
like
Shit.
well, go
Bro,
ahead
like
then.
to live like you rich, like that's why I'm like, man, we
You
need to
can't
change
live
some
like you're rich
definitions, man.
24/7
Yeah.
unless you're like extremely fucking rich to the
it,
point to
it, it
where.
goes to
But see,
show what we be
even
value out here. You know what I mean? Like,
you know,
and that's fucks with your mental health because if you value like the money instead of valuing the
Your time.
capabilities, yeah, the time, you know what I mean? Like, and then like that's something that you don't get back. You know what I'm saying? Like you can make some more motherfucking money.
Right. Think
You can
about this.
always make
Okay.
more money.
What would someone rather do? What would you for you just your all around well being, right? Like
Yeah.
would you if you have someone in your life or people in your life, would you rather spend it with those people or would you rather be trying to make more money and more money and more money?
Shit, I'd
If
rather
I'm saying if you get
yeah.
to a point to where you can have a paid for house,
Right.
you're you know like
Oh,
if
I'm
you have
spending the time,
vehicles,
you know?
some people don't even have you know what I mean, some people live in the city
Yeah.
and don't even never own a vehicle, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, or whatever
Yeah.
like
I'm spending the
um
time, bro, because I mean, there's many ways you could spend the time investing in each other. You know, that's why it's like I'd rather set it up to where it's like my legacy, my children's and their children's and my homies' kids. You know what I'm saying? And all of that shit is set to a point where they like, all right, well, all we got to do is shit that we love to do, so it's not really work. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean by that as well. Like if you're doing shit that you love to do, it's not really work. Nigga, you
nah, see
come on, bro. If
that's just living, that's just doing life.
yeah,
But
yeah, think about it, bro. Like
there's a
Kyrie Irving is playing basketball for millions of fucking dollars. It is a game. You know what I'm saying? It is a fuck. He plays. He literally plays. And
you
that's
know
like that. That's the action that they do. They play basketball. They're not. You know what I mean? And they call it a career. It's a game. But at the same fucking time, like he's doing absolutely everything. That's his fucking dream. Wouldn't it be your fucking like, bro? Whatever your dream was, a lot of people are getting paid right now to play video games. That wouldn't fucking feel like a job to me.
exactly.
You know what
And
I mean?
then
So
because
like,
some people be like, well, you know, like they don't just play the game, like they have to train and stuff. Yeah, but that's all part of it. He likes doing that.
yes,
It's a mixed
yes,
in of all of it. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
like
It's finding that balance between what
like
the world needs.
if you're getting paid off playing video games, it doesn't
Right,
matter if you have to play and practice like 10
eight
hours a
hours a
day because
day.
it's
Right.
something you like to do anyway.
Yep.
And then you're always going to be like, you know what? I'm glad I'm playing video games instead of working in a grocery store. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Absolutely.
You're always gonna be remembered and
Absolutely. I'm
reminded,
glad.
not remembered. You're you're
Yeah.
always gonna remember and you're always gonna be reminded, even just if it's by yourself, not even somebody around you, that you're doing something you love and it's generating you money.
Yep. Absolutely.
And yeah, I don't think you can beat that.
Yeah.
Like,
You can't. You can't at all because, like I said, you find that balance of what you're good at, what you can get, and you're getting paid for it. So now you're good at video games. You're getting paid to be good at video games. You love to play video games, and right now at this point in life, this is what the world needs.
mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? Though, so like this is what the world is like. Oh yeah, we recognize this as being something. You know what I mean? Something cool. So then now you bring that all together, and now your mental health is balanced because you're not fucking slaving at a place that you don't want to be at. You know what I mean? Like you're not just working at maybe even a place that's poisoning niggas, like McDonald's or some shit. You know, even though you have like I'm not knocking nobody who has to go to work there. I get it. Survival is survival. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying how poisonous McDonald's can be. You know what I mean? Thinking about you have to meet a guy to get paid to serve that. Like man,
Right.
it's a fucking
And
that's
then
even
if you
worse.
really think about it, it's like it's just I think it's a vibrational thing, man. How
Yeah, that
people
too.
vibrate, but like most of the time, somebody that actually cares about that subject wouldn't even ever work at McDonald's.
You
Not
right.
because McDonald's is a horrible place to work, but they would
Not
just be
saying
like, "I'm
that.
just not
Right.
into it." You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Absolutely. And I'm not like I said, I don't mean to knock people. You know what I mean? But if you just do, your research and you understand, like I worked for a company that we were blood recruiters. And then once I started doing research on blood recruitment and where the actual blood goes and like people paying for this shit, you know what I mean? Like it fucking made me sick to my stomach to think that goddamn, I literally convinced people to go spend an hour of their time that they will never get back, and they think that they're actually saving people's lives, and it could be going to some other bullshit. And then
right?
somebody's insurance, and then when somebody does need it, you're like, so there is this kid who needs a kidney transplant, and he does
They
need
run
this
the
fucking
price
blood.
up on the
They done
insurance
ran the
company.
price up on this little boy, on the little kid.
Mm-hmm.
just so they can, you know what I mean? So then I'm like, oh my God. And like, I'm part of this whole fucking shit. And I couldn't even fucking do it no more. You see what I mean? Like, I morally was like, I don't give a fuck if these niggas give me $20 an hour. And at a time where these niggas motherfuckers was playing where the minimum wage is $7.75. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, I'm getting paid good money. And I'm like, I can't even do it no more. You know what I mean? Like, I just couldn't fucking do that shit, you know? And now I'm literally doing shit that I love. Like I get to grow fucking vegetables and cannabis, and next year I'll be able to get a license to sell the cannabis I grow. But I already sell the other shit that we grow. You know what I mean? And my wife went to school for horticulture, and she loves to grow shit. I love to grow shit. You know what I mean? And I love to make music, and those are my two fucking means of income. So now all I'm working about is just amplifying that so I'm the best at growing shit. I'm the best at this music shit and shit fucking it could think about it. You just gotta be to the point where it could all end tomorrow and you could just be happy. You know what I mean? You still are like, all right, I did great fucking job in this human experience. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
and you can't
And it kind of, I think that kind of like matters on what you kind of expect or what you have
yeah,
set out to accomplish
right.
as in
But
this human
you got
experience. Because some
yup,
people might just be like, you know what?
yup. Oh,
I've
this
been a
me.
lazy motherfucker my whole life, but I could die right now and I'd be
Yeah.
happy.
Be
And they ain't
happy.
accomplished shit, but they
And they
lived how they wanted to, and they were
wanted to,
honest with
yup.
themselves.
And I was
And
just
so,
about to say that it works so many different ways because of perspective. You know what I mean? Just because somebody, like you said, might have been a lazy motherfucker their whole life,
like
they could
this
die
dude
happy.
over here
But
builds a skyscraper, and he's like,
yeah,
"Man, fuck, I got to build another one, like and a
yeah,
bridge and all kind of shit because I can't just build one skyscraper." And then somebody over here might be like, "Man, I ain't left the house in fucking 4 months, motherfucker. I'm straight. Shit, I could die right now. I ain't." You know what I mean? And it's just different perspectives. One person feels like they got to do so much in their life because they got the drive to, and another person maybe came here just to chill. You know what I mean?
absolutely. And it's levels to the shit too. So and it's not like we could ain't no need to judge because for real, I am you and you is me. You know what I mean? You are me. We going through this whole experience together. It's a like you said,
Yeah.
a beautiful, ugly, like I said, a beautiful, ugly ass portrait that we need to enjoy. It's just the balance of it. But to keep your fucking mental health in line about the financial shit, to help you balance that, because obviously before we get up out of here, we got about 8 minutes. Before we get up out of here, we like to give you some solutions to help you, and that's part of the
And
solution
by the
we
way,
share.
we had notes for today, but we just winged
We
it.
said
Fuck it.
fucking right. We said fuck it. He started talking about the financial shit, and it made. And what was so crazy is like that was also in my reality. Like when I got on Facebook, I seen a lot of people just making posts like about getting to the bag and getting to the money out here and all this other shit. And I don't understand why niggas is broke and when all of this money is out here and da 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 da. And I'm like, damn, like look how the like money itself has had such a fucking impact on people's mental health and the awareness of like some people don't
Yeah.
even realize like how entrenched they are in the spell
Right.
of
In the
being
cycle of
yeah uh
it's like,
it's
rinse and
wild.
repeat, basically. Like
Yeah,
you wake
bro.
up in the morning, you spend all day trying to get it, or
Yeah,
into the night,
you
and
don't
then
stop.
you
You don't smell
relax a
no
little bit.
roses. You don't like stop and smell the breeze when it
Uh,
come through,
uh
nigga. You don't feel on a booty. You don't
like
look
you
at a
don't
pretty woman.
exactly like you
You don't
don't
do nothing. You don't play with your kid.
no
You just fucking get into the bag. And I'll be like, bro, y'all niggas be silly as fuck because y'all, like I
you
said, y'all don't even know yourselves
shit, man. I felt
enough.
on my wife's booty this morning.
Ah, I was
I
feeling on
I
booty this
text
morning today
I
too, boy.
text I text my daughter. I've took my puppy out. I played with her.
Yeah.
I've done all this,
I
housework. I
played
got
some
a
video
hurt ass
games with the
back right
kids.
now.
I'm about to
Um,
write some music when I get done with this
I could
motherfucking show.
walk outside and sit on the deck and in the shade, and you
It's,
know what I'm
it's it's
saying.
raining out here in Ohio right now, so
Just listen to outside, like,
yeah, I could
and
take a
when you're
nap.
just like, and I'm not saying this is an everyday thing, and obviously,
Nah,
you can't be this laxed every day, but shit, man,
absolutely,
sometimes you just gotta be. For one thing,
man.
for for one reason I am today is my back's fucked up, man. This shit is weird.
Hey, cause that's your spirit be on full go and be fueling the fucking
Exactly.
body that can't hold the energy. You know what I mean?
Right.
I be telling cats about that, like, bro, we gotta rest, nigga. Like, it's all right, bro. Like,
Hmm.
for real, we got all the time in the world if you understand yourself enough to know that you are everything and everything is you, and you don't really die because energy doesn't fucking die; it just transforms. Like when you start understanding that, it's like, all right, well, then I really do have longer than what I think I do in order to accomplish the goals that I think I need to accomplish. But then, like I said, a lot of people run into that wall, Nove, that you was talking about, where they're like, "Oh, I got everything that I wanted, but now what?" You know what I mean? Then they end up mentally fucked up because
Hmm.
they don't know what to do after that. But it's like either it comes in this lifetime or next lifetime, man. Like I'm not sweating it. I'm gonna enjoy this shit from the every moment. You know what I mean? Good, bad. All of it is a fucking lesson. And like I said, to help y'all get through financially, find something that you love to do and that the world needs. And that is something that you can get paid to do as well. And then just combine it, whatever that shit is, make sure it's uniquely you as well. Make sure it's a part of you. Make sure it's something that you love to do. You know what I mean? And then I promise you, there's a place you could fit in to where you will be completely satisfied with the money you're making or the finances that you're gaining, and you'll be completely happy. You know what I mean? You just have to be fully aware that it's not going to be easy. You know what I mean? It's not going to be easy to actually do you and make money off of it. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to make that shit impossible.
Yep.
Damn near, but with like content creation and all this other shit that's happening where people are just being themselves. Well, some people are playing wearing a mask, and we know that's not really them. But the exposure is happening. But for the most part, you know what I mean? Like when I was a kid, what they say? My mom said, "Get off that goddamn video game and read a motherfucking book because video games ain't gonna pay your bills." But she wasn't looking at it how we know that it is right now. You know what I mean? Because right now there's kids getting paid off of playing motherfucking video games.
Hmm.
And then streaming that shit, you know what I mean? And then getting 500,000 people to watch them play a fucking video game
Exactly.
and then get paid for it. So hey, I'll just say this, guys. You know what I mean? Keep your motherfucking dream. Don't
It's a
don't let
niche
nobody.
world.
Yeah, facts. If you find out what's really you, like literally wholeheartedly dive into that shit, man. And whether you quote unquote succeed by the world by society standards or not, you can't let that shit stop you from being you.
Nah.
Mental
Just
health awareness,
just just be prepared to experience what they call fear.
Oh yeah.
And when you start to feel that, just like shrug it off
hey,
immediately,
hey, I seen a great
and
quote.
you'll probably not be too scared to show your true self to the world. You know what I mean?
Look,
Because
if
a
you're
lot of
not
times
scared,
people are too scared to let their true self out, and
abs-
then
look,
they
I
just
got a
make
great
that
quote. I
causes
don't,
a depression and anxiety. Also,
hell yeah. You
living a
know,
fake life.
great quote here. Look, if you're not scared to do it, what you need to do, then just do it, right? But if you are scared to do what you need to do, just do it scared.
Exactly. If you need to just like stop walking real quick and jump behind a building and throw up because you're so
Look,
nervous, just do that and then
just
just
do
keep
it.
walking, bro.
Just keep
Because
walking. Just do it nervous. If you're nervous, do it nervous. Fuck it. You
because
know what I
what are
mean?
you
If you're
gonna do?
scared,
Just
just
not
riot.
do it? You're
Just
still gonna be
riot.
nervous.
Shit, bro.
Then you're
That's
gonna
the
be
motto for the
anxious
day,
and
guys.
you're gonna be anxious and nervous because you didn't do it.
That's your mental health. We're gonna give this your mental health affirmation for today. If you're scared to do something, just do it scared.
Yep.
Don't change shit. You're gonna be scared
Yep.
either way, right? You know what I mean?
Yep.
You're gonna be nervous either way. You're gonna be anxious either way. It might even cause or trigger a little depression either way, but do it depressed. Do it. The
Exactly.
great ones can still just get up and do it. And that's what they fucking say, no matter how the fuck you feel. Nova's back hurt right now. He got his ass up. This is a star quarterback, a star pitcher legally and illegally at one point. Now this nigga slanging crypto. This nigga do it all. My nigga on an island doing it. Look, he telling you himself, nigga, my back. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you just gotta know, man. I'm sorry. It's just I thought that was funny. But
Shit, I'm gonna hobble around this motherfucking house and do some housework too. Shit. because
I
I
know
just
you
got to.
is.
You know what I mean?
I know
I
you
got to
is.
do it.
Right, I
It's,
know you
it's
is.
it's just there. Like you know, like the more I put shit off, man, the more you know, I'm just like have anxiety
Yeah,
about it. I'm like, damn,
yeah.
bro. Now, not only do
That's
I
why.
got shit to do tomorrow, but fuck, I ain't do what I was supposed to do
hmm
today
That's why
too.
he was
So
like, man,
god
let's just
damn.
do this shit. He's like, let's just do this shit. He's like, I was like, I got some notes. He's like, man, fuck the notes. He's like, let's just get it done today, bro.
Not
He's
to
like,
make it like so graphic,
nah,
but you know,
yeah,
like two people just standing there running their mouth at each other. And you know,
yeah,
once somebody standing there like, why don't one of them just hit that? I'm that dude that just says fuck it, and I hit that bitch in the face.
yo, fuck
I'm
it.
like, you know what? Fuck all this
I'm
standing here,
tired.
man.
Right, I'm tired. My
Wham!
back hurt.
Let's
I don't
get
give
this
a
shit
fuck.
over
Let's
with.
just get this. Let's just fucking do it, Jay. I was like, yeah, I feel you, my nigga. My shoulder hurt. I'm tired too. You know what I'm saying? I got shit. It's been raining. I've been trying to get my yards halfway done. I got to get it done before my daughter's birthday coming up in like a week. I'm like, man, like
Right.
I got a lot of shit. You know what I mean? I got harvests is coming. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel you, bro. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just fucking. He was like, let's just fucking get it done. I was like, all right, bet. I ain't got no notes. I ain't got no new notes. He was like, that's cool. We could go off yesterday's notes or we could just fucking wing it. And you know what? Your financial literacy is connected to your mental health, whether you give a fuck about it or not. Some people don't care about the finances and shit. Some people live off the land and they're completely fucking utterly satisfied. And I feel it because I'm trying to get there as well. But there's a level of it that I'm trying to achieve. So I just want you guys to be aware of that your financial situation isn't an end all be all because it can always be altered and changed. Just like your mental health, you don't have to accept where it is at right now. It's not the end all be all. Your subconscious can be reprogrammed, your mind can be tapped into to help that change. And y'all just need to start learning yourselves a little bit better and learning your, on the inside, going inside, being kind of a selfishness because you can't help nobody else out here. You got to be the best you. Like that's the best way you can help anybody. You know, if you get your shit, your mental health in order, your spirit aligned, all of that shit, and that's
Yeah.
the best way you can help everybody else around you is to do right by yourself. And that's what I would say about mental health and to close the whole month out because tomorrow's Thursday. So we'll be taking the day off, but we'll be back for Fire Music motherfucking Friday. And that's all I would have to say to the crowd today. I know I'm a little bit 2 minutes over, no, so you could go ahead and shoot this motherfucker down and maybe play us out.
Yeah, man. Shit, I would say to anybody, you know, just kind of like basically what Jason was saying is like, you know, if you got something to do, just go ahead and do it. Um, just show up at
Yeah,
least. You know what I
that's a
mean?
good one there.
You'll get in the flow of it probably. Don't be scared. Don't be a fearful person. Just do it. Just fucking literally just do it. Don't figuratively or any way. Just do it. Just get up and go do it, even if your back hurts. Uh,
Yeah,
even if you're on your period. Even if
yeah.
shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Ah,
Like it just
bro,
doesn't matter
preach.
because
Church.
regardless of what happens, it's gonna be there waiting on
Yup,
you,
church.
staring at you in the face, like, bitch, you ain't do me yet. You still gotta do this. And you gotta do that too, because you didn't do this on time. So I think if we just keep as much stress off of ourselves that we can control, then we have enough mental health, well being to be able to handle the shit that we can't control.
Mm,
Because
church.
there's plenty of that shit.
This nigga Nova turning to Pastor Moats.
Pastor boy. But yeah, so and but that might be unpopular opinion, you know what I mean? And so we're just gonna close out with this. Unpopular opinion by Jason McHale, aka SOTOV.
Hey, see y'all on Friday. Yeah. Yeah.
Logos on the track.
Said I never paid attention to the popular. I had to move like a nigga with binoculars. Foresight to bring forth light. In the playpen we played in. I was working like a slave then. Till reality caved in. And when it all falls down, it's the song that gets played when you hit the
open up. The valley filling with rain and we ain't light enough to float. Only these goats have boats, so we always walk the plane. Just to be on board, we'll sacrifice what we really think. I'd rather sink the ship though. Let these haters fucking drown in my infinite pen strokes. This nympho is art form, out of our thorns. And it's about time I parkour back to my shore. Cause I've been riding this way for so long. I can't remember what it's like to go home. And all the demons that we fight, just to get to this height. To watch it all fall down is like a cycle that's gone wrong. Got me holding on to life like a bong grip. Chest feeling like a furnace every moment I hold bliss. The fear is letting go to chase a high that you won't get from everyday addictions in a world full of dope kids. My word is on point, so you know that I don't miss. And it ain't every day you get a chance to reflect this. And I be on my balance trying to find where a God fits. You can see the challenge that I face when I write shit like this. The average human ain't accustomed, yeah, to how I choose to love them. So for you to not enjoy it is something that's really nothing. Cause karma comes back around on everybody who front. And faith is full of doubt. Cause if you know then what the fuck is